Welcome to the second in our series of 5 brief videos on how to write a good church history paper. And this video will be about developing a thesis. Last time we talked about developing a topic. This is much more specific. And there's a difference between a topic and a thesis. A topic might be Jonathan Edwards was an 18th century frontier pastor. Now that's a statement of fact. Verifiable, not verifiable. It doesn't need to be argued or defended. Similarly, some people like to state an opinion as a thesis. Like Jonathan Edwards was a good pastor. You're entitled to your opinion, but remember, we're not writing an opinion paper, we're writing a research paper. Something that might be much closer to a thesis would be Jonathan Edwards was influential in developing the modern missions movement. Okay, this is a lot closer to a thesis because it makes a claim that needs to be defended. But a true thesis, a good thesis, will contain one more element, a brief roadmap in how you plan to get there, right? For example, Jonathan Edwards influenced the modern missions movement through his mentoring, his publication of the life of David Brainerd, and his personal example. This is a true thesis. This tells the reader your destination of the paper and how you're going to get to that destination. And thinking of a thesis as a brief roadmap, I think is helpful. I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks in Syracuse, so my best friend grew up in a very wealthy neighborhood. And to this day, whenever I get together with my best friends, we go driving somewhere. If I'm driving, first, he likes to know where we're going. I think anyone likes to know where we're going. Hey, we're going to the Syracuse basketball game. And the second question my friend will ask me is, how are you going to get there? Because he doesn't want me driving through my old neighborhood to get there. Because I grew up in a pretty rough neighborhood, and I don't blame him. If he's in the passenger seat, I'll still drive him through my neighborhood because it's fine. But think of your paper in the same way. Your reader is your passenger. In this case, the reader is me, right? I want to know where you're going. Don't save it as a surprise to the end of your paper. Put it right up front. And I also want to know a little bit how I expect you will get there, right? So remember, a thesis is not a statement of opinion. It is an argument that is previewed. Second, your thesis is not expected to be an original contribution to the field of scholarship. If this was a dissertation, sure, you would have to make an original contribution. That's not your burden. This is a 13-page or so paper. And remember, number 3, that your thesis sets up the entire paper. It is a roadmap for the rest of the paper. So when you start with the topic and you do some reading in that topic, find a figure or an idea that interests you, and then come up with an argument that you can defend. Not an opinion, but an argument. And give me a brief preview of how you're going to get there. Thanks for your time.